Hello everyone, welcome to What If Issei lost everyone and ended up in Genshin Impact World Part 4. Before we start, please go support AndresFelipeSolanoDi for writing that awesome fanfic. Now let's begin. This is the translated version I made. There will be some wrong he or she calling here because it's translated, so let me clear this. Issei is a male in this story. Genshin Impact EXD. The movie. In the creation zone, where they live, all the laws of the multiverse. The conversation was taking place between the law of balance and time. Balance? It's useless to continue this conversation if he's not there. I guess he's finally late. Time? Not yet, 2 seconds left. At that, a giant golden eye appeared. Andres? Sorry, I'm late. The eye disappeared, then a person showed himself, facing time and balance. Time? You actually arrived just in time. Andres? That's great, but where are the other laws? Balance? They won't come, they said they'll agree with whatever you decide. Andres? I imagine, then I guess I can ask the reason for this meeting. Time? We were discussing something about the multiverse, your multiverse. Balance? Your creation is facing a big problem. Andres? I thought this meeting would be boring, but as always nothing in this multiverse is smiles. Time? As you know, due to events that occurred in the past, the multiverse began to expand infinitely. Balance? This can cause problems as infinite expansion brings with it consequences. Time? Infinite expansion is preventing most universes from developing properly. Basically, one universe is born, and then another, then another. It is not giving development time to the universes that came before. On the contrary, when a universe is born after another in such a close manner, it causes serious problems to the universes before this one. Balance? It is like a malformation in people. Andres? Interesting analogy. I didn't think we would get to this point so quickly. Time? I'm afraid we have to resort to a solution. Andres? I understand, so what have you thought? Time? Naturally, we must first end the infinite expansion, that is why we summon you. Andres? It's normal, I'll have to put up a new barrier to the metaverse. Time? About that, this time we would like to be sure that it is not something that can be taken like the gems. Andres? Calm down, this time it's something just as strong and not usable. Time? Okay. So the second point is to decide what to do with the universes created by the infinite expansion. Andres? I guess that's what they were discussing before I arrived. Time? I propose to do away with them, after all they are errors created by infinite expansion. Balance? I propose to investigate the new universes, eliminating only the universes that present faults and errors in their laws. Andres? The proposal for balance is sensitive, why do you opt for a total elimination of time? Time? Even if we eliminate the glitch-free universes, we can't trust the glitch-free universes because we don't know what will come out of them. Andres? Precisely for that reason they should not be eliminated. It is certainly risky, but one of the versions of Hyodo Issei that helped in the multiverse war comes from a universe created by the infinite expansion. Time? Certainly. Andres? Then we will opt for the equilibrium proposal. Shock. Shaking. Balance. The walls of reality are shaking. Time? What is happening? Andres? Infinite expansion could have had other repercussions. In that case, a law would come into place. Reality. You are right about that. Andres? What's really happening? Reality. The walls of reality between universes are becoming thinner due to the continuous endless creation of universes. As a result, we collide. Andres? Against what? Reality. Against the dark multiverse. After his words, everyone would be shocked. Andres? Damn, we have to stop the infinite expansion right now. Reality. About that. When we crashed, rifts leading to the dark multiverse opened up in a universe and swallowed some people from that universe. Andres? What? Reality. If we stop infinite expansion, the cracks will close and those people will stay there. Balance. I feel sorry for those people, but the risk is not worth it. Time? Balance is very right. Reality. But one of the people who swallowed it did you in favor, Andres. Andres? In favor of me perhaps. Reality. It is as you think, the Hyodo Issei who helped you with the Rainer fragments is among those people. Time? This complicates everything. Balance. Still the risk is. Andres? I know, I have no choice, make preparations to stop the infinite expansion. Time? And as for Hyodo Issei, what will you do? Andres? I'll help you get out of there. Time? This is a race against time and you know it. Andres? Yes, but we can't sacrifice someone who could decide the fate of his universe, as if nothing, if he disappears who knows the changes in destiny that will occur in that universe, added to the fact that Hyodo Issei may not be the only important person who was taken there. Balance. But putting the multiverse at risk for a single universe. Time. That's why, to balance things out, sister, you'll have a time limit to escape. We'll wait as long as we can. If you don't manage to escape, you'll be trapped there forever. Andres. Reality looks after the other laws. Reality. Agreed. Andres. Who would have thought that the multiverse would be in this kind of situation again? Minutes before. Payman. Liu food is delicious. Ali. She eats more than all of us put together. Issei. Yes, these things with her are common. Lemon. That's right. Ali. So how long will we have to wait before going to Inazuma? Lemon. A couple of things have to happen, so it'll take quite a while. Issei. Well, I'll go see some things in the city. Ali. I'm going to go on a mission. Lemon. Well, I'll go with Payman to Mondstadt. Payman. Maybe we'll find something interesting on the way. Lumen and Payman would retire first, on the other hand Issei and Vali stayed a while longer contemplating the landscape of Liu. Ali. This world is amazing in its own way. Issei. You say that because it's full of monsters to fight. Ali. Partly because of that. Issei. I certainly never get bored here. Ali. By the way, how are things going with that girl Eula? Issei. Hey well, she's my girlfriend otherwise, I haven't been back to Mondstadt for a long time. Ali. Relationships are difficult. Issei. Yes, I mean I'm trying to start over, opening up to another person again in a sentimental way is not easy. Ali. I know, in the past you were a pervert, today you are still the same. Issei. Okay. Ali. But compared to you in the past, you don't go looking for women desperately. Issei. Even though it hurts me to admit those words, it's true. Ali. I think you are still going through a stage of acceptance where you do not want to strengthen your present relationship for fear that it will end like in the past. Issei. What can I do? Every time I think about what I can have now, I also think about how I can lose it so easily. Ali. I know it's hard, but we have to move on, believe me, don't ruin your present just because your past is gone. Issei. Vali. This whole situation we could never really avoid, the helplessness I feel is horrible. Ali. That's why I advise you to accept this present. Issei. Ali. I'm not telling you to give up any spark of hope, if I'm here maybe one or more of your girlfriends or fiancés might have survived, but you should focus on the present. Issei. Good. Ali. Well you have that in mind, I'll go on a mission. Issei. Does that also apply to you with Lavinia? Ali. Stops. Issei. Are you going to open up to someone else? Ali. No. That possibility is ruled out, for me she is the only one. After those words Vali left and Issei went for a walk around Liu, he contemplated the city calmly. At that time Ganyu was passing through the place. Ganyu? Oh Issei, it's rare to find you around the city. Issei. Down. Ganyu? Lately you've been doing quests for the Adventurers Guild outside of Liu City, right? Issei. True, sorry about that. Ganyu? I notice you're pensive, is something wrong? Issei. I only think about the words of a friend. Ganyu? I guess that friend told you some important words. Issei. Yes, you could say that they will decide my presentation. Ganyu? Then if that's the case, I think you can take all the time you want to think, after all the answers to the most difficult problems are thought out more than once. Issei. Thanks Ganyu smiles. Ganyu? You're welcome smiles. Crack. Then something was heard breaking, the sound was similar to the sound of glass. Then Issei's gaze turned to the sky along with Ganyu's. Issei. Ganyu? What is that? Ganyu? I don't know. It was like the sky was made of glass and when it broke you could see everything behind it was dark red. A large dark red crack above their heads. Seeing this, Issei's instinct screamed danger at him. Then in Liu more cracks in the sky appeared, alarming everyone. Even from a distance they were visible, it seemed like it was all over the region. Ganyu? Issei, what do you think? Issei. Ganyu Rinii. But it was too late, the crack absorbed her and then him. Ganyu? What is this? It was like being in space, Issei moved in circles while screaming. Issei. But what is this? Voices immediately entered his head. I hate all this. They must die. What is the meaning of living? Better that they die. I will not stop. I am tired. This has no end. This life is hell. No one can resist me. If I am not happy, no one will be. I am already crazy. Existing without purpose is the same as being dead. This is a place where no one has a happy ending. Happy endings do not exist. The monster always wins. The voices kept going and going until his head couldn't take it anymore and he ended up unconscious. By the time he woke up, he was no longer in Liu, he wasn't even in the same world. Issei. Buck, I feel like my head is going to split. Heh. Where am I? All around him was a destroyed city, which only confused him more. But first of all, I already knew that I was not in Liu, I was not even in Tavid. At that point a voice began to resonate in his head. Can you hear me? Issei. What? Andres? Can you hear me? Issei. That voice. Andrew. It's been a long time. Issei. Where are you? Andres. Well, observing from a distance, he spoke to you telepathically, of course. In the distance, a battle could be seen. Shock. Low. Burst. Issei. What the hell is this place, and where am I? Andres. In the dark multiverse. Issei. What? Andres. I'll explain it to you later, now there is something more important to do. Issei. What? Andres. Do you remember that please I asked you earlier with the Rainer fragment? Issei. Yes. Andres. I need another favor. Issei. What kind of favor? Andres. Save the lives of your friends. Issei. What? Andres. Do you think you were the only one who got there? Issei. It was true that I was with Ganyu. Andres. You finally realize. Issei. Where are they? Andrew. Go ahead, you'll find the first of your friends there. Issei. Okay. Issei set off, immediately the sound of a battle was heard perfectly, the air became very cold. Andres. You're getting closer, get ready. Issei. Through the air he must be a cryo-element user, he has to be Ganyu. Shock. 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 The first thing he saw was still a strange monster, he had never seen one like that, the second thing he saw was the one who was fighting with that monster. Kia. Gosh, you're a very aggressive creature, you should cool down. In one quick movement he froze the monster easily. Issei. Kia. Kia. Issei, are you also in this strange place? Issei. How did you get here? Kia. I guess just like you, the sky cracked and then I was absorbed. Issei. That means Mondstadt also suffered this. Kia. Wait, what do you mean Mondstadt too? Did it happen somewhere else? Issei. I was in Liu, and I could see that this was spreading throughout the region. Kia. Then it's a problem, I could also see how the cracks in the sky spread throughout the Mondstadt region. Issei. A friend of mine was absorbed, and seeing as you're here, possibly more of my friends have been absorbed. Kia. Do you have any idea where we are? Issei. I have theories, but I think the main thing is to find our friends and get out of this place. Kia. For now I'm going to rest. Issei. I thought a monster was nothing to you. Kia. You think I only froze this one, look behind that structure. Issei. Hey. Issei would look out and see a total of 50 monsters. Kia. This place is full of that stuff. Issei. You seem pretty confident. Kia. One can never appear weak in front of the enemy. Issei. That's when the enemy has intelligence, these things don't even seem to have it. Kia. I could see that, but I'm worried that there are stronger monsters. Issei. Let's hope that's not the case, I'll keep an eye on the area. Kia. Thank you. Issei would go to keep watch, but this is nothing more than an excuse to be able to talk. Issei. You're still there, right? Andrew. Correct. Issei. Can you finally explain to me where I am? Andres. In the dark multiverse. Issei. Dark multiverse, not the multiverse. Andres. The dark multiverse is a place where all hope is lost, a zone of infinite despair where evil wins. Issei. Why did you create something like that? Andres. I don't believe it. Issei. Then. Andres. The dark multiverse was born by itself when the 12 universes were formed, a zone of negative energy was generated by itself, a parasite. Issei. Parasite. Andres. That's what I call this place, the dark multiverse takes some things from the multiverse and embodies them in itself, but everything in this place always ends badly. Issei. You are the omnipotent author, can't you destroy it? Andres. On the contrary, I can't get involved. Issei. What do you mean? Andres. I explained the concept of the plans to you, right? And that the body that is located in the multiverse is actually a body that is created to be able to exist in this plane. Issei. Yes. Andres. Then think what would happen if my body was captured in the dark multiverse. Issei. Shocked buck. That. Andrew. Omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, able to see, know and do everything. Issei. Only you yourself could do it, but a fight like that. Andres. The stories and universes would practically be eliminated, and that is precisely what I am trying to avoid, that is why I resort to this. Issei. I see, but how did all this happen? Andres. It is because of the continuous creation of universes that the walls of reality between universes are increasingly thinner, as consequently the dark multiverse is colliding with the multiverse. Issei. I understand, and that's why those cracks. Andres. So far they have only appeared in your universe, but I can't let them appear in others. Issei. The universes of the dark multiverse must be horrible. Andrew. You said it. Issei. I guess you already have a solution. Andrew. That's right, I can stop the infinite expansion, but in doing so all entrances and exits to the dark multiverse will be closed. Issei. Wait. I have a time limit. Andres. That's right, so I'll be talking to you in your mind to guide you throughout this journey. Issei. What happens if the exits are closed and I don't get out? Andrew. Once the walls of reality are repaired, you will never be able to leave the dark multiverse. Issei. So to start, where is the exit located? Andres. Say chaos. Issei. Chaos. Immediately a strange subject appeared next to Issei. Chaos. Were they talking to me? Issei. But what? Andres. Issei, this is chaos, the law of chaos. Chaos. We laws are quasi-omnipresent, omniscient and omnipotent, so we are in all planes, dimensions, universes and realities. Andres. Since I was the creator of the multiverse, I gave physical form to all the laws. Issei. Then time is a law. Andres. Yes, it has a physical body. Issei. When you are omnipotent on one level, you can do anything right. Andres. That is the advantage of being the author of the story, reality and truth can be whatever you want it to be. Issei. So this guy is trustworthy. Andres. I don't like it, but yes. Chaos. Unlike the other laws, I mostly spend my time here with my physical body, the dark multiverse is my fun zone. Issei. How can this be a fun zone? Chaos. Don't you see, here every effort or talent can have a tragic or sad ending, and in its path generate a series of events that affect the world around it in a negative way. Issei. This guy is crazy. Andres. Not like that is the law of chaos. Issei. How will you get me out of here? Chaos. I can generate a portal or exit from this place, but when you leave no one will remember this event. Issei. What? Andrew. For everyone's safety, your memories of this event will be erased immediately. You do not want to return to Tavit and have all of history changed by this event in the dark multiverse. Issei. Will we be returned to the place where we were before appearing here? Andres. Yes, currently time in your universe has stopped. Issei. Yes. Chaos. Good luck, Hyodo Issei. Issei. Yeah. Andrew. By the way, I can tell you that even if I can't get involved physically, I can search or see the history of the universe you are currently in. Issei. It would be very helpful. Andres. Then I wish you luck. Issei. Well, I'll go back with Kia. Chaos. By the way, only you can see me, so don't worry, your friends will only see a portal when you shout my name. Issei. Anything else you want to tell me? Chaos. Tic-tac Hyodo Issei. But those words, chaos disappeared. Issei. Andres is right in not liking that guy. At that point Kia would approach. Kia. I feel fine now, have you thought of something? Issei. Yes, in fact I have good news. Kia. Which ones? Issei. I found a way out, but before using that way out, we must find the others. Kia. That means if there are more people here. Issei. I'm afraid so, we must hurry, let's also be careful, we may see things we've never seen before. Kia. After seeing those monsters, I totally understand. They immediately set off, it was not long before they encountered monsters, but they defeated them without any effort, and that was when they saw the light. This one was fighting with someone Issei knew well. Ad. When I cut off your arm you will answer my questions. Illic. Try if you can. Shock. The fire rose, Ad quickly prepared to attack. However, Issei appeared behind Ad and Kia behind Dillic. Issei. Stop. Ad. It's you. Illic. What does this mean, Kia? Kia. I'll stop you from wasting energy on a useless fight. Issei. I recommend you give up the idea of fighting unless you want to stay here forever. Ad. I see from your words you should know where the exit of the place is. Issei. I can make the exit, but I will not leave without my friends. Ad. Damn. Well anyway I can't leave him here. Issei. It means that girl is here too. Ad. That's right. Illic. They tell me what's happening. Issei. Kia will explain to you, so for you Ad, can I trust you? Ad. Seeing as you're my only ticket back, this time we'll be allies. Issei. Good. Quickly everyone followed their path, then a monster different from the rest appeared, this one had an appearance closer to human. In fact he stared at them and started talking, everyone was on guard and ready for combat. Orcus. My lord. The monster quickly knelt down, at that Dillic, Kia and Ad looked at Issei, because those words were directed at him. Issei. What? Orcus. Because my lord is accompanied by insignificant beings. Issei. What are you talking about? Illic. This is really strange. Ad. You clearly don't know him, but it seems like he knows you. Issei. That's not possible. Kia sneaked up to Issei and spoke into his ear. Kia. For some reason he thinks you're his boss, it wouldn't be bad to act like one and get information out of him. Issei. You may be right, but it's risky. Kia. I know that well, but we need someone who knows the place. Issei. Okay. Kia walked away and Issei approached Orcus. Immediately Dillic looked at Kia seriously. Dillic. What are you planning, Kia? Kia. Nothing, I got us an informant for free. Issei. What is your name? Orcus. My name is Orcus, my lord. I am a warrior at your service, but I understand that your attention is dedicated to more important things than remembering my humble name. Issei. Orcus, these people here are guests. Orcus. Guests, I see, they must be my lord's new experiments. Issei. But what is he talking about? Orcus. We have received reports of unknown invaders. Issei. I see what to do with the invaders. Orcus. The gentleman must know well what we do, why does he ask me that? Is it to test my loyalty? Naturally we kill them. Issei. I understand this is a problem, the others may be in serious danger. Orcus. Wait. Why does the lord have that worried face? Of course our lord likes to perform experiments to kill his boredom, if we kill those invaders, it would be like taking away our lord's fun, after all things had been calm here for a long time. But I can give the order to capture them alive. Issei. Seriously? Orcus. Yes, even transmit any information about them. Issei. Then do it. Orcus. Immediately, my lord. Orcus roared loudly to the sky. Immediately a horde of monsters appeared, all bowed to Orcus. Immediately in a strange language he transmitted his words, the monsters obeyed him, gave him current information, and went to spread the message. Kia. Those monsters just now were enough to destroy a region, what the hell is this place? Ad. This can be dangerous, the question here is why they confused that subject with their leader. Dillic. This worries me, if Issei and Kia's life falls, will we really be able to escape? Issei. You passed on my order. Orcus. Yes, sir. I also have information. Issei. Tongue. Orcus. A fight against our wooers is taking place in the south of the city. Issei. Who is facing the wooer? Orcus. According to the information, the first one is an archer with a red suit and who shoots fire arrows. Kia. That sounds like Amber. Orcus. The other is a girl with a purple suit that causes lightning, along with a blonde who uses the wind in her favor to attack the monsters. Dillic. That sounds like Lisa and Jean. Orcus. Finally there is a girl who is also an archer, the most distinctive thing about her is that she has horns. Issei. That must be Ganyu. Take me there. Orcus. I will go personally, my lord. Issei. That's right, come see me when you have more information. Orcus. Understood, my lord. Orcus immediately left calmly, Issei and the others already had a goal. Dillic. I guess we'll go south. Kia. We must hurry, when they discover that Issei is not their lord there will be huge problems. Ad. You can go south if you want, I'll go my own way. Dillic. I don't think it's a good idea for us to separate. Ad. I can take care of myself, besides my priority is to find loot to get out of here, I do T care about her friends at all. After saying those words, Ad would leave the place. Dillic. Are you sure we should help him come back? Issei. Right now we are all in the same boat, he will help us after all, he has no other options. Dillic. That's true. Issei. I also do T know what changes his disappearance could cause in my universe. Kia. Good walking. Elsewhere. Bali was fighting monsters when Lumen appeared. Lumen. Do you need help? Bali. No, for now everything is under control. I would immediately finish off the remaining monsters. Payman. Payman is confused about this place. Bali. It's clearly not a domain. Lumen. That's true. Then they heard a loud bang that shook the entire area. Bali. Let's see. Lights. And. When they arrived at the place they saw a woman with purple hair and very familiar clothing for Bali. Bali. Who is that? Lumen. Impossible, what is Raiden doing here? Bali. You know her. Lumen. Yes. She it's the Electro Archon of Inazuma, the Shogun Raiden, it's called A to be exact. Hey. Who are you? Payman. She doesn't have a good look. Bali. Honestly, in this situation, nobody would have it. Lumen. We're not enemies, we're trapped here just like you. Hey. How can I trust your words? His gun was pointed at them, it seemed like a battle could break out at any moment, but a voice was heard. This is really interesting. When they heard the voice, everyone immediately turned around. Volley and Lumen opened their eyes wide. They both couldn't believe who it was. On the other hand, he had become serious because he felt that this guy was abnormal. With Issei. This one was heading south of the city along with Kia and Dilek. Issei. We'll be there soon. Kia. Make sure you're ready for battle. Dilek. Don't even mention it. Suddenly the floor beneath Issei would collapse. Kia and Dilek reacted in time, avoiding falling. Issei. Buck. Dilek. Are you okay? Issei. Yes, you guys continue. Kia. Are you sure? Issei. The priority now is to help the girls, they must not be delayed, surely down here there must be a way to go up. Dilek. Be careful. Kia and Dilek would leaving Issei alone. He for his part began to walk. Of course walking through the sewers was not something that fascinated Issei, but he didn't have many other options. Issei. I could use the armor to go up and fly, in the end the others will forget everything when I return, but I don't want to risk it, currently using the armor uses a lot of energy, to use it again, I would need to wait a while, as if that were not enough. Drake has not spoken to me, that means that he still shows no signs of waking up. At that point he heard battle cries echoing throughout the place, naturally he followed them, the path became more spacious as he advanced, to the point that he reached a large area where sewage was falling, it must be one of the underground sewer centers. Looking at the place from above, he could see that below there was a stone platform that was surrounded by sewage water. But the most important thing is that Eula and another person were fighting on that platform. Dex. I Dex recognize your ability. Eula. This guy. Dex. You are interesting, if I bring you to my lord he will surely give me a great reward. Issei. Do you think I'm going to allow it? Port. Shock. At that moment Issei fell from above, cutting Dex in the back. Dex. AI a bastard. Issei. That's for touching my girl. Eula. Issei. Eula quickly ran to Issei's side of her and hugged him, after all it had been a long time since they had seen each other. Issei. A lot has happened. Eula. It took you a while to see me, I will definitely get my revenge. Issei. You can do it. At that Dex looked up to see who had cut him, and when he saw Issei he quickly trembled. Dex. My lord. Eula. What? Issei. Another one. Dex. No. You do T have my lord's energy. You only have his face, you are not my lord. Issei. It seems that he could not be fooled, Eula prepare yourself. Eula. I've been ready for a long time now. Dex. Die. Immediately he fired some energy arrays, Issei used his sword to block it, but the power was too much. Issei. Here's some help. Eula. I'll take care of it. Eula ran towards Dex, dodging his shots with ease, moving very flexibly, like a kind of dance. Dex. Damn. Eula. That'll shut you up. Eula immediately stood in front of him and cut his chest with her sword. Dex. Aya. His body fell to the ground as his blood spilled out, his blood was black, which surprised Issei. He quickly approached to see it more closely. Eula. Be careful, don't kill him. Issei. I know, but I doubt he can get up. Eula. Why do I call you my lord? Issei. I don't know, it already happened to me when I was with Dilek and Kia. Eula. Dilek and Kia are here. Issei. Yes. Eula. Do you know what this place is? Issei. I can only say that it is not our home and that we must all gather together to leave. Eula. I think it's ideal. Issei. Either way we must be cautious, these guys are not normal. Eula. Yeah, her powers seem strange to me. Immediately his body began to swell, suddenly Issei and Eula knew something was wrong. Eula used a cryo power of her vision of her to create an ice bridge to one of the tunnels. Then the explosion occurred, a purple fire entered the place, immediately Eula placed an ice wall, but it was about to break. Issei seeing this stood in front of Eula and received the full impact after he collapsed to the ground. Eula went to rescue him, and when he woke up they were already out of the sewers and inside a building in poor condition. Issei. Hey. Eula. You woke up. Issei. A humanoid dragon is naturally resistant to fire. Eula. That fire didn't look normal. Issei. Yes I could see it, so far he is the first enemy here that happens to. Eula. You think it only happens to those who have intelligence? Issei. It could be possible. Issei tried to stand up, his body was in pain. Eula. You should rest. Issei. I wish I could but we have a time limit, if we don't get out of here after a certain time, we'll stay here forever. Eula. At least rest for a few minutes. Issei. Good. The two looked out the window wondering what had happened in this world. Everything seemed out of the ordinary, in fact, being here gave a feeling of discomfort or fear. Issei. I'm sure of one thing, we haven't encountered anyone strong yet. Looking at the situation of the world, those who are truly strong have not appeared, and I'm afraid that in the current state of my body, I won't be able to confront them. Beulah. Can I ask you something? Issei. Sure. Beulah. Why haven't you come to see me? Issei. That. Beulah. If you regret being with someone like me. Issei. It's nothing like that. Beulah. Okay, but something has to happen, right? Issei. Yes. As you know, I lost many people I loved, from family and friends to lovers. Being in a relationship scares me. I fear the future. I'm sorry to offend you. Beulah. Because you think you would offend me. Issei. Why am I giving you a bad time? You don't deserve this. Beulah. Issei, I've never been in a relationship, I don't know how to be a normal girlfriend, plus I doubt that you and I fall into the category of a normal relationship. Issei. That's true. Beulah. But if there is one thing I know about a relationship, it is that there must be patience. I will not force you to do something you do not want until you are ready. Issei. Thanks Beulah. Buck, I really don't deserve you. Beulah. Calm down. At that, Issei's mind would quickly receive a message. Andres. Quickly get out of there. Issei. Hey. What's wrong with you so suddenly? Beulah. What's wrong with me? Issei. No. Beulah. Then who? Beulah looked around somewhat puzzled. Issei. He's a friend who speaks to me telepathically. Beulah. A friend. Issei. Yes. Beulah. And what did he say? Issei. Get out of here, but I don't see any danger. Break. Shock. Blow. Andres. Damn, it's late. In an instant Issei was sent flying through the wall. Eula reacted quickly, but it was useless. Despite using her sword as a shield, she was also sent flying through the walls. Issei. But what? Andres. You have to be careful, you are in danger there. Issei. What kind of danger are you talking about? Andres. Of yourself. Issei. What? Beulah. Issei, you're fine. Issei. Yes. But that was a really strong blow. Really? And I was holding back a lot. At that moment, as the building was completely destroyed and the cloud of dust slowly dissipated, a figure appeared. Seeing who that figure was, Issei's eyes widened, his mouth trembled, but he understood why he had previously been mistaken for his lord. On the other hand, Eula was speechless, her eyes were shaking, she couldn't believe what she was seeing, it seemed like an unreal situation. Eula. Issei is you. Issei. It's impossible. Dark Issei. I prefer to be called Dark Issei. Eula. How is this possible? Dark Issei. I didn't think I'd have a visitor from another universe. Eula. Another universe. Issei. Wait, how do you know? Andres. Don't tell him about the multiverse. Issei. What, why? Andres. Those who belong to the dark multiverse believe that their multiverse is all there is. In other words, those who belong to the dark multiverse do not call their multiverse the dark multiverse, but only the multiverse. Issei. Wait, you're telling me that those who know about the existence of the dark multiverse in each universe of the dark multiverse believe they are the originals? Andrew. That's right, now imagine if you said it by accident, or they'll find out that they are nothing more than a parasitic multiverse, destined to have mostly bad endings. Issei. I guess the one in front of me would go crazy and kill me, then the information would spread. Andrew. Correct. Issei. Shit. Dark Issei. Well, what is a partner from the multiverse doing here? Issei. Something happened in my universe and I ended up here. Dark Issei. And I guess that left something you in that deplorable state. Issei. Yes, he can even tell the level of strength I have, I guess I must be nothing more than a worm in his eyes. Dark Issei. Well, I guess it couldn't be helped, otherwise you wouldn't cross over to another universe, considering each version of us made an agreement to never enter another's territory. Issei. I promise to go. Dark Issei. I know that, I guess you must be looking for something, I will help you so you can get out of here as quickly as possible. Issei. I just need my friends and… Dark Issei. Friends. Issei. Shit. Dark Issei. None of us have friends. Eula. Issei, be careful. Issei. Stay away, Eula. In an instant everything went white, Issei lost consciousness, and the last thing he saw was Eula raising her sword. He was having a dream, he is in a garden with most of his wives. A photographer was in front of them. On the count of 3, say cheese. 1, 2, 3. Quickly everyone crowded around Issei. Cheese. Issei then smiled happily at the moment he was having. I wish this moment were eternal. Then slowly the dream began to end, by the time he woke up he was chained hand and foot in a room with a throne. Issei. But what? Dark Issei. You woke up, Sleeping Beauty. Issei. Why? Dark Issei. Silence. We have a guest. At that moment, footsteps were heard coming, the sound was something constant, then a figure passed by Issei and stood in front of him. When he did, Issei was totally horrified, he couldn't help but stagger and scream. Issei. Hey I. Issei. What's wrong, did you see a ghost? The reason why he screamed is that he had in front of him someone he never thought he would see again, the fallen angel Rainer. Rainer? It seems like this guy hates me, it's funny. Issei. I can understand it a little, in his position I would like to rip your head off. Rainer. But I know you won't do it, darling. Issei. What are you here for? Rainer. Reported that we have captured almost all intruders who are not from this universe. Issei. Cases. Rainer. One woman is missing, so far she is the most elusive. Issei. Then keep looking. Rainer. By the way, Orca seems to have been tricked by this copy of yours, what do you plan to do? Issei. For daring to confuse me with another, his punishment would be to die 1,000 times, but in this case I will be merciful and send him to the torture room for a year. Rainer. Okay, I'll keep looking for the missing girl. Rainer would leave the place calmly, in that dark Issei sat on his throne watching Issei. Issei. You are not any of my versions of the 12 universes. Issei. This bastard. Issei. Because none of my versions have friends, at least the versions I know, although I know that new universes are being born, surely you are from those new universes. Issei. The dark multiverse is expanding. Andres. That's right, after all it's like I told you, the dark multiverse takes some things from the multiverse and embodies them in itself. Issei. I see. Issei. You didn't know anything about the agreement. Issei. I honestly don't know anything. Issei. That's what I see our versions of the original 12 universes, including myself, made an agreement not to enter or interfere in other universes other than our own. We knew that with the sudden appearance of more universes, we would have to have this conversation again. Issei. I'm here by accident, I'm not coming back. Issei. I know, but when you said friends, not only did I know that you weren't any of my versions of the 12 universes, I also knew that you must be at the beginning of your life. Issei. What? Issei. My advice is not to try, as much as you want to save them, or have some kind of love relationship, the reality is that it is all useless. Issei. How can you say that? Issei. Does it seem to upset you? Issei. Of course, how can you be so calm, with a world like that, saying those words and especially working with Rainer? Issei. Because in the end nothing ever ends well. Issei. What happened to you? Issei. It's a long story. But I'll tell you, maybe this will serve as a lesson to you. Andres. Issei, time is running out. Issei. I know, but I need time to think, currently there is no way I can beat him. Issei. It began when the fights were finally over, there were no more enemies, I could finally have a life of peace with the girls I love, and I had it. The first 100 years were glorious, it should have continued like that for eternity. Issei. And what happened? Issei. Kuroka got sick, it turns out that the last battle we had, the enemy managed to leave a surprise for Kuroka, in this case a terminal illness. Issei. But if it is a disease it could. Issei. It could not be cured, we tried everything from science, magic, yokai arts to divine power, this disease was relentless, it had no cure, it was specifically made to kill the carrier. Issei. And then what happened? Issei. There was fear, they believed that the disease could be contagious, and they said that the body had to be gotten rid of. Shirin or Kaneko, whatever her name is in your universe, she was devastated, and so was I, the girls tried to cheer us up, but it was useless, so I did the craziest thing. Issei. Which one? Issei. Use a device created by Azazel to travel in time, something interesting is that depending on how you travel in time, the results can be different. Issei. Azazel allowed you to use it to travel through time. Issei. Of course not, after all, I created that device to be used in times when there are no other options, messing with time is dangerous. Issei. So you went back in time without his permission. Issei. Yes, specifically when I was 6 years old, I now had the memory and mentality of my future self, I could become stronger than I was in the future. Issei. But you were only 6 years old. Issei. It didn't matter with my knowledge, it wasn't difficult for me to get stronger, to the point that at 10 years old I mastered Drake to perfection, the mind of a mature man in the body of a child. Issei. What did you do next? Issei. I joined the fallen angels. Issei. Shocked. Issei. Yes, I would also have the same expression if I were you. Issei. That explains your abnormal wings, why did you decide to join them? Issei. I needed power quickly and a body that was not human. After all, having a superhuman body would be vital. Azazel accepted me, and having the red dragon avoided rejections. When I was already a fallen angel, I carried out missions, gained a solid position and confidence. Issei. What did you do with Raynor? Why is she alive? Issei. Yes, when the time came to meet Riaz, it was difficult at first. After all, she was a fallen angel, but after a while I managed it. Then I helped Asia. However, Raynor escaped. Issei. What do you mean? Issei. I forgot the position I had in Grigori. Naturally, when he saw me, he knew he couldn't win, and unlike the first timeline, he didn't look for trouble again. So I told the girls the truth and even presented them with the evidence so they would believe me. They did, and from then on everything was wonderful. I became part of the Riaz family. Now I was half fallen angel and half demon like a Keno. Then thanks to Drag, I became half dragon. Issei. So that's why your wings are like that. Issei. Correct, I'm part demon, fallen angel, dragon and god. Issei. Shocked god, how is it possible? Issei. Naturally, my goal in this timeline was to be invincible, so I soon reached the category of dragon god, and it was easy for me to finish off my enemies. By the time I finished, I had to have the best ending of all. Issei. But it wasn't like that, right? Issei. No. Issei. What the hell happened? Issei. I told you that depending on how you travel in time, the results can be different, right? Issei. Yes. Issei. Time was like a bowstring. When you stretch the string and release it, it will return to its place. It is a simple logic to understand. I start from that logic to tell you that that was what happened, but much worse. Issei. What do you mean? Issei. Soon more and more new enemies came. Then I saw the people I loved die one by one in each battle. Few survived. I paid the price for defying time and destiny. I tried to travel back in time, but Azazel did not create the device, nor could he because he had died. Issei. You say that few survived, however I have not seen any survivors. Issei. Because I looked for ways to return to the past again, through other forms, and when I found them, they required sacrifices. Issei. No. Issei. Yes. I killed the people I loved, the few that remained. I said it didn't matter, I would come back to save them and with my current body, so everything would be easier. But it turns out that something went wrong, therefore I broke time. Issei. What does that mean, you broke time? Issei. That led this world to destruction, time mixed, everything became crazy, then in the middle of that crazy world, I broke down, and Drake succumbed to my madness. Issei. What? Issei. The people I loved died before I could even save them, monsters appeared killing half of humanity, there were wars everywhere, everything was madness. In the end I rose before everyone as their supreme ruler. Issei. That's why the world is like this. Issei. If you think the city is bad, you haven't seen the rest of the country or the world. When you lose everything, nothing matters anymore, but in part the world is like this, because I kill time experimenting with living beings until I get bored. Issei. And Raynor, what's he doing here if you went back in time again? Issei. As I told you, I broke time was mixed, then Raynor, who previously escaped in the second timeline, currently appeared here when everything was mixed. Issei. But why did you let her live? Issei. Because Ella, she's my consolation prize, the girl who cheated on me in the first timeline pretending to be my girlfriend. Ella is now my wife. Issei. What? Issei. Well, hex with her feels good and she can't oppose me, but my wife had to be someone strong, so I gave her a lot of power. Issei. You're crazy. Issei. Yes, I am. When you understand that nothing can be changed, that nothing matters, those feelings of love will go away and you will replace them with personal pleasure and fun, nothing else will matter to you. Issei. Ha dot dot ha ha dot dot ha 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 dot dot how, hilarious. Issei. Did I say something funny? Issei. Yes. Thinking that you would give up so easily makes me sick. Issei. Would you keep trying? Issei. You could have been happy in the first timeline, perhaps Kuroka did not accept her destiny. I know her, I know she would never put herself on top of others, and much less her sister, she did not force you to go back in time. Issei. Be careful what you say. Immediately the dark version of Issei rose from the throne, his energy began to be released. Issei. Naturally, if they had all died I would return to the past. I am not a saint, but I could not risk the future of all of them for just one person. Issei. Then you don't love her. Issei. I love her, but I can't put my feelings for her above the other girls. Issei. What? Issei. Kuroka knew it, they all knew it. If I truly love them equally, none can be above the other in my heart. Even if you laughed, I would have been the one who died. I couldn't go back, not if it means risking everyone, and even now that they all died, and I can't go back, I just have to. Issei. You just have to. Issei. Ha. Haha. Even if they all die. Ha. To think that. They told me. I refuse to accept it. But seeing you. They are right. Issei. What are you saying? Issei. I just have to keep going. Immediately he raised his energy and broke his bonds. Issei. You think it's easy to move on? Issei. No, it isn't, but it must be done. Issei. You are going to fail. Issei. Look who's talking, the one who defrauded Kuroka. After those words, his dark version of him attacked him, destroying the floor. Issei. To hell with it all. I'm going to kill you, here and now. Issei. Try if you can. Between the flames and the darkness, his dark version of him had placed his armor. Issei. Do you really think you'll win? Shock. Low. Shock. Issei. Spits blood book. Andres. It's a very bad idea to challenge him, you're an ant to him. Issei. When you went to investigate the history of this place, you found out about a weakness. Andres. Yes, but I'm not sure if you'll be able to take advantage of it. Issei. You alone of. Andrew. Due to a battle in the past, when time was mixed before his madness consumed him, he had a battle to the death with Volley. Volley left him with a wound on his back this day. Issei. That's easy something to see and notice. Andres. But he's faster than you. Low. His dark version of him attacked with force and began to destroy the place. He reached the room where the prisoners were. Issei. I have to wait for the right moment. Issei. After I kill you I'll have fun with everyone here. Issei. Hey. At that the dark version of Issei noticed that there was no one. Issei. Where the hell are they? Rias. I let them go. Issei. Hey. Issei. Laughs. Low. At that moment the dark version of Issei received a full destruction attack that sent him flying. Issei was injured and bleeding, his words were not coming out, only his tears. Rias ran and hugged him. Issei. See how? Rias. I got here through a crack in the sky. Issei. You were alive. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Rias. We have to go with the others. Issei. Yes. Issei. You're not going anywhere, Hyodo Issei. Immediately a jet of blood came out of Issei's body. Issei. Aya. Rias. Issei. Issei. Rias. It's you. Rias. Get away, you're not my Issei. Issei. But I will be when I kill him. Burst. At that point Volley appeared with his armor to help him, throwing a beam of energy at the dark version of Issei, pushing him away from him and laughing. Volley. Run Issei. Rias carried Issei and he went with the others. But then the flames rose, the dark version watched them go. The flames were reflected in his eyes. Looks like you'll have to go out and play Drake. With Issei. Beulah. Issei, you're fine. Issei. I'll heal. But we have to leave. Lou. I see you arrived. Ad. It was about time. Issei. I'm not in the mood and it's not mandatory for me to save them. Ad. It was a joke. Issei. Who's missing? Jean. Kia and Dilek. Issei. And what are they doing? Anu. They are entertaining Rainer. Issei. What? Rainer. You two are easy to kill. Kia. I think this woman considers us a game. Dilek. That's obvious. Quickly a roar was heard in the distance and everyone saw a black armor rise. Issei. That's it. Volley. Oh shit. We have to leave now. Issei. That's true. Chaos. Immediately a portal opened, quickly Ad and Lou were the first to pass. Beulah. Seriously, they just leave like that? Issei. And it's no wonder. Beulah. Then let's go. Issei. If I leave no one will be able to open the portal. I must be the last to leave. Beulah. Then the others go, I'll stay to help him. Rias. Me too. And you? Anyway. Issei. You guys well entertain Rainer, give Dilek, Kia and Jean a chance to retire. Volley. By the way, where are Amber and Lisa? Issei. True, where are they? And you? They left with Lumen and Payman, they must be in the area planning to ambush the enemy. Issei. Good idea. Now everyone go. Quickly it was done as Issei said, everyone attacked Rainer at the same time. Rainer. The fun is over. I immediately grabbed Dilek and Kia by the head and pinned them to the ground. And you need to learn manners. Rainer. Do you really believe that? And you? Glacial arrow. Rainer. Pathetic. Immediately as soon as she touched the arrow of Ella, her arm of Ella froze, then Volley appeared behind her to hit her. But Rainer stopped the blow with her other arm. Volley. This woman, she is N''T even trying. Rainer. It's useless, you can't beat me. Volley. But if you distract yourself. Beulah. Take this. Shock. Low. Beulah lunged at her frozen arm, intending to cut it off, but she couldn't. Her sword broke through the ice and got stuck, it was like hitting a metal wall. Raynor. Unfortunately her attacks are T strong enough to hurt me. Immediately Raynor kicked Eula, sending her to the ground and hit Volley in the stomach, cracking her armor. Meanwhile Issei summoned his armor and prepared to fight face to face. Shock. Shock. Blow. Blow. Dark Issei. Look at yourself in that degraded form without all your strength, that's how you want to defeat me, not even your dragon makes use of its presence. Issei. And you with all your power, you haven't even been able to kill me. Dark Issei. I'm definitely going to kill you. Shock. Blow. Shock. The exchange of blows continued. On the other hand, the battle against Raynor was difficult, there was no chance of winning. Volley. I'll try something. Dividing. Raynor. Idiot, dividing the power I have now is useless, my energy is too great. Volley. It's not useless if I keep your attention on me. At that the clouds changed color and took on a purple hue. Lisa. Bye. At that moment a ray of energy hit Raynor, this shook her slightly. Raynor. That's not enough to defeat me. Jean. Healing wind. Jean immediately made an appearance and healed the wounds of the others. Illic. Thank you. Kia. We have to continue. Raynor. They spend their time healing their wounds, pathetic. Lumen. You should shut up Amber now. Raynor. Hey. What can that little archer do? As soon as he spoke, Amber fired her fire arrow. Lumen. An interesting thing about our world is that we have elemental reactions. When pyro comes into contact with electro, it causes the overload reaction, as a result a huge explosion occurs. The fire arrow came into contact with Raynor's body, immediately an explosion occurred. She stunned him, Lumen jumped on Raynor, but she stopped her sword. Raynor. It's useless, they won't penetrate my defenses. Lumen. That's because she hasn't attacked. Raynor. Who? Hey. Me. Quickly Raiden cut through space itself, and Raynor's arms flew. Raynor. Aya. Riaz. It's not over yet. Immediately a rain of energy arrays of destruction bombarded her, burying her in the ground. Volley. Everyone cross the portal, take advantage of the opportunity. At that everyone headed to the portal and turned to the place where Issei was fighting. Illic. We can't leave him. Volley. You guys go, I'll help him. At that Volley took flight towards Issei. Illic, Kia, Payman, Lumen, Jean, Amber, Lisa and Ganyu crossed the portal. Eula and Riaz looked at each other momentarily, both nodded and went to help Issei. For his part of him, Issei was struggling, his dark version of him was rolling him against the concrete. Dark Issei. It's over. I'm going to crush your skull. Issei. I don't think so. At that moment Volley appeared and hit the dark version of Issei away. Dark Issei. You again. Eula. And not only him. Eula appeared behind him, but he reacted and stopped her sword with his hands. As for Riaz, she appeared behind Issei. Issei. I have a lot to tell you, Riaz. Riaz. Me too, but it's not the time. Issei. He has a wound on his back, I need your help. Riaz. Count on me. Booster. Shock. Blow. Shock. Blow. Burst. The battle was fierce, but the dark version of Issei didn't even try, to the point that with one blow, he nailed Volley to the ground and Eula to the wall. Dark Issei. Wait. I feel an unusual energy. Then he could see the open portal, when he saw it he felt something strange. Volley. Oh shit. Dark Issei. You are not from here, from the multiverse, where are you from? He put his foot on Volley's chest and began to press him. Volley. It's none of your business. Dark Issei. I will teach you to tell the truth. Riaz Issei. You should learn to watch your back. Immediately Issei stuck his sword into Dark Issei's back of him, it had its power increased and was surrounded by Riaz's energy of destruction, both pressed hard. Dark Issei. AI release me. Issei. Now laugh. At that moment, Riaz's energy of destruction, combined with Issei's elemental energy, became more constant to the point that it generated a large and enormous explosion. Only smoke was seen, but seconds later Volley, Eula, Riaz and Issei would emerge from it, triumphant. Volley managed to get Eula out before the explosion took place, and Issei used her body to mitigate Riaz's damage. Issei. Let's go. Riaz. Yes, I agree. Eula. My legs hurt. Volley. My abdomen. They walked slowly to the portal seemed far away. Then that he saw Chaos saying tic-tac with a terrifying smile, the movement of his feet was weak, but they continued, and that a tremor was felt. Everyone turned around and saw in terror the enormous amount of energy that was accumulating. Tremble. Dark Issei. I didn't want to use this against weak beings, but I will kill you even if I have to destroy the world. Immediately a chant was heard. I am the one who wakes up. I am madness incarnate. Destroyer of time. I have killed deities. I dream of devouring the universe. I aspire to burn it all. I laugh at death. And devoured life. Everyone is waiting for me. Wait for the end. Balance breaker dark god mode. Issei. Don't stop run. The four of them supported each other, they ran with all their strength, in that instant Raynor came out of the ground, her eyes were red, bloodshot, her thirst for blood was felt. Hyodo Issei, Vali and Riaz were 2 meters from the portal. At that moment the dark version of Issei and Raynor ran towards them. The four of them jumped. When they jumped, Issei could see Chaos smile. Chaos. Smiles. Immediately when they jumped they managed to cross the portal, Chaos closed it as quickly as he could. Then everything turned white. Issei would wake up in a place where everything was white. Issei. Where am I? Andres? Nowhere. Issei. It's you. But in person. Andrew? Yes. Issei. Did I do it? Andrew? Yes, I put a barrier to the metaverse, the infinite expansion stopped. Issei. That means. Andres. If there will be no more universes in an infinite way, now I will have to do my job. Issei. Can I ask you something? Andrew? You tell me. Issei. Tell me one thing, you being so powerful in this plane capable of doing everything, why don't you interfere? Andres. Because everything would lose its meaning. Issei. Like. Andres. If I can solve all of someone's problems, give them everything, then what is the point in that person's life, where is their effort, because in the end it is not the result that gives us satisfaction, but the path we took. If I interfere, I would take away the grace and value of the story, then a story that captures the effort would be nothing, therefore the story would disappear. Issei. Yes. Andres. You know the best phrase I ever heard in my life was, with great power comes great responsibility, a very well-known phrase, but very wise. Issei. You're right. Andres. What happened to the others? Andres. They returned to the place before all this started, without injuries or anything. Issei. They won't remember anything. Andrew. That's right. Issei. And I won't remember anything either, I won't remember that Riaz is alive. Andres. I'm afraid so, it's not yet time for them to meet again. Issei. I know. Andres. Aren't you dissatisfied? Issei. Because memories can be erased, but not feelings. Andrew. Smiles. Immediately everything went blank again for Issei, his memories of this event had been erased. And when he woke up he was next to Ganyu. Ganyu? He. Issei. How much is this? Ganyu. Don't you feel like you've forgotten something? Issei. Now that you mention it, yes. Ganyu. So you will continue to think about your friend's words? Issei. No. I think tomorrow I'll go visit someone in Mondstadt. But today I'll rest. Do you want to take a walk with me? Ganyu. Of course. Issei. Come on. I don't know what the future holds for me. I don't know if I can face it. The only thing I know is that I must move on. After all. We all have to move on sooner or later. My name is Hyodo Issei. And I'm going to draw a new story with my colleagues. Elsewhere. Andres. So Chaos, what happened? Chaos. Unfortunately, Dark Issei and Raynor from the Dark Multiverse crossed the portal. Andres. Well, this is a problem. Chaos. For the record, I closed it as quickly as I could. Andres. I know, despite everything you wouldn't be so irresponsible, but how powerful are they? Chaos. That's it. Too much. Andrew. I assumed so. Chaos. As for Raynor, well, excluding the Raynor that almost ended the multiverse, she is the second strongest. Andres. Even more than the Raynor monarch of the Void of Universe 12. Chaos. Yes. They managed to escape from her simply because of their arrogance. If I have to clarify something, she didn't even use her powers, and neither did Dark Issei. By the time they both got serious it was too late, their arrogance cost them dearly. Andres. They were lucky to escape. Chaos. You said it was simply luck, because by power they had no chance, even when attacking Dark Issei's weak point, they did not do much damage to him, they simply stunned him and made him angry by hitting that weak point, but they did not have the strength to take advantage of it. Andres. I was afraid of that. Chaos. They will be a problem in your multiverse. Andres. So where did they fall? Dark Issei fell into Universe 2. Issei the return of the hero of the factions. Raynor was trapped between the dimensional walls of Universe 12. Issei solo leveling DXD. Chaos. As long as there is no change in Universe 12 she will remain trapped. Andrew. I'm afraid that will be difficult considering what that girl is doing. Chaos. So if that girl succeeds, Raynor will come out of the dimensional walls. Andres. It is clear that great challenges await them, the multiverse is always in motion. And let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown in left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.